Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. My name's Andrea and this is Beauty with Andy. Today we're just doing the final look with the Ciate, the Editor palette in Aspen. I always like has a glare on it whenever I show it to you. I think I'm going to be doing one extra look with it, but it's not going to be obviously in 5 days with. So today we're going to be concentrating on this beautiful shade all over the lid. I am expecting a phone call, so if the phone goes I am going to have to kind of pause this video and take that call because it's a really important call, so I'm just giving you a heads up on that. Right, so I'm going to go in with this shade as per usual. I've got my base down, I've got the NYX white base on. So yeah, let's find a brush. I just thought rather than wait for the phone call, because they're saying it could be an hour away and I could have done this look in an hour. We're basically only putting eyeshadow on and talking about the palette and what my thoughts are on it. All the rest of my makeup's done, so I thought I would try and get this done, and then while I'm waiting for the phone call I could be editing. So yeah, let's get into it. So again, let's go into this shade here. I've been using this all over the crease. It's just a really nice transition shade. And it is a miserable day today in the UK, guys. Absolutely miserable. Sorry about that. Right, so I've just put the blue, well, the navy on the other side, and then the battery went. I don't know if it was the battery or the camera because the light was still on, so that indicates that there was enough battery on it, but the screen, the LCD just went black. I'm having real problems with this camera, so I'm not too sure it's going to last much longer. Now I don't know if this is going to translate onto camera, but the LCD at the moment, when I put this other battery in, it's flickering on the actual screen. So I do apologise if that's actually happening. It does do this sometimes and then it kind of settles down, so I'm hoping it's going to do that. I'm just finding a brush to blend. All I'm doing is tapping because I don't want to swipe it and like smear it everywhere, and I don't want to lose too much of the pigment. I like it quite strong. This left eye's looking a bit patchy though. Right, and then I'm going to zoom you in a little bit. Okay, so now, actually I'm not going to go in with the palette just yet. I'm going to go in with some of the Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer. I mean, I don't use it for anything else, so I may as well use it to kind of practice cut creases. And I'm going in with this Suave brush. It's the Luxe pencil brush. And I'm only going in to meet that blue. Okay, so like that. So I need some more for the left eye. Right, so I'm just going to let that dry down a bit because yesterday I put the eyeshadow on too early. So let's line the eyes. Let's do that bit first. And I think we'll put the blue on to line the eyes as well. And I'm going to go in with this brush, which I'm also going to use for the eyeshadows. So I just need to clean that off. So we're going to meet this bit here. And can you see all the fallout there? I'm not putting any extra on the brush, I just want to just blend it out. And I'm going to stop, like I don't want it to go too near the inner corner, just because I don't want it to be a muddy mess. So I've kind of winged it out a little bit, if you can see that. Yeah, and that one's done it as well. I'll sort that out in a second. Right, now we'll try and go in with the shimmer. So I'll zoom you back in. So again, it's this one. This one is absolutely beautiful. I have wore it before. I knew for definite I needed to show you just how beautiful it is. Look at it. It reminds me of the Dose of Colour singles. So that kind of formula, and that's how it feels. Feels like a cream to powder. So I'm just building the colour up to the crazy pigmentation. I like it. Wow, that's beautiful. It's a beautiful palette, this. I would highly recommend it, even at full price. Like let's zoom out. When I first saw it in TK Maxx, I thought, well, £9.99 for a palette like this is quite expensive. But then I saw the regular retail price and it said either £20 or £25. I think it was £24.99, so obviously £25. And I'm like, that's quite expensive. I don't class Ciate as a higher end brand, even though it is. I don't really class them as higher end. I would actually pay £25 for this palette, guys. That's how good it is. And I don't have a lot of higher end palettes in my collection. It has to be something pretty special for me to go out and buy it. The newest higher end one I've got is the Huda Beauty Mercury Retrograde palette, and I only bought that because it was on sale. I was umming and ahhing about it for so long, but I am so glad I've got it in the collection. I need to do more looks with that palette. I don't feel like I've used it enough. And it isn't actually the newest. The newest is the Huda Light palette. Right, so that palette's nice. I don't think it's worth the £25 I paid for it. If I am being honest, I do not think it's worth that money. I enjoyed using it, and it's a palette that you could use on a daily basis, which is nice. So when I go back to work, when this pandemic's all over and I get a job, then I could use it for that purpose. But yeah, I don't think there's so many dupes. I mean, I've got one of the dupes by W7. I should have just got that. If I would have seen it. I mean, I did see it. I bought it before I bought the Huda Beauty one, but I just didn't think it was a dupe for it until I actually had both of them in my hands. I absolutely love it, guys. I've not used this one, this white one, so let me just double check that all the colour is off my brush. Can you hear the birds outside living the best lives? I think this is matte. Let's see what it looks like. We can always put a more shimmer one over the top.
So you're a tough guy, like you're really rough.
Sorry guys, sorry about that guys. So let's get back into this. Where's my brush? I'll just use this one. Right, so we was dipping into this. Right, and because it's matte, I think I want to go in. I think I'm going to go in with a silver. I've used this silver before and it looks beautiful. Make it even more Christmassy. So apparently we're doing a Christmas look in October. That's pretty. My only problem is the glitter's gone up there. Which I really didn't want it to. I'm gonna try and blend it out a little bit. Or at least try and get rid of the glitter. So it just looks like a matte blue. Which I don't think is gonna happen. I think I'm gonna need my sponge. Right, so for this look, you definitely need to put your eyeshadow on first, especially if you're using this blue here. That's got fallout, and then that's got fallout in as well. So I would recommend you put your eyeshadow on first. But if you don't, then you can just get rid of any fallout with your foundation sponge. That's what I tend to do anyway. It's a bit blue underneath. Yeah, that's not too bad now. So let's get some mascaras. No, let's tightline. I've not done that in a while. Ow. Just poked myself in the eye. I am so clumsy. That really hurts. Now it's gone all red. Right, so we're doing the mascara combo. This one really is the saving grace. That, I've said it before, but it doesn't even lift your eyelashes up, so it's not really a great one. When I first got it, I thought it was story of my life. I always think mascaras are better than they are, but I wanted to give the Manakadar one a chance, just because Manakadar is quite expensive. It's not exactly a drugstore mascara, but this one, guys, really lifts your lashes up. It's really good for £1. The brush on it's amazing. Okay, so let's go and get a lipstick. I think I want to wear something cool tone today. Right, so this one is my absolute favourite, but will it go? Maybe. I think it's going bad. It doesn't smell too bad at the moment, but it's I don't think there's that much left. I definitely need to get another one. I think it looks quite nice. Right, so this reminds me of Jeffree Star's Posh Spice, and I was looking at dupes for Jeffree Star's Posh Spice, and it said NYX Lingerie Corset, which is this one. Those two shades look nothing alike. This one is more grey toned. I'm going to show you some swatches on my hand actually, and the other one is more nude. So on Beauty Bay, Posh Spice has gone back into stock, but there's all that drama, isn't there, with Jeffree Star. I don't know if I want to purchase from him, even though he does some beautiful makeup. And then there's some lime crime ones in Boots. I might go down that route first. So this one here is the Primark one, which is just beautiful. I absolutely adore it. So I do need to get another one like this. It's a shame Primark don't do these anymore. So yeah, that's that one, and then that one is Corset. There couldn't be two more shades if we tried. This one is just more of a nude. I'm not too sure whether I like that one, but I am absolutely in love with this. So I do need to get that. That's the only makeup product that I do need to get, because obviously I'm going to be decluttering this one at some point. I'm going to try and keep it in the collection till next month, till November, the end of November, and then get a new one. So that's those. And this is the look, guys. That blue shade all over the lid is just absolutely stunning. Let me tell. Right, so I've taken those lipsticks off and that concealer, because I do want to talk to you about the palette, since this is day 5, look 5. So again, the palette looks like this. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some swatches so you can see them. So there are 6 in each row, 18 eyeshadows total. So I think, yeah, I'm just going to swatch each row. So we've got a nice brown matte here, quite dark and smoky, so that's that one. Then we've got this lovely turquoise shade. I absolutely love this. I can't remember what look it was. Maybe it was day 3, look 3, but it's a nice turquoise with gold reflect in it. I'm going to swatch that twice. That's that one there. Then we've got this one here. This one's quite sheer. It's more of an eyeshadow topper in my opinion. It's like a green with like gold reflex in it. It's really pretty. Can you see how sheer it is? I'm going to build it up. I might have to do 3 swatches. Yeah, look how pretty that is and how colour changing it is. It's absolutely beautiful. Then we've got this one. I used this on all 5 looks to create that nice transition shade. Don't even think you're going to be able to see it on my... Yeah, you can't see it, but it's this one here. And then The sixth one is a shade that I used in the inner corners. I bet it would look really nice all over the lid though. I think I'm just going to put it here. It's very sheer as well. I sprayed my brush with it, and you know, it certainly picked up the pigment, but yeah, it's just this one here. So that's all the eyeshadows from the first row. Right, so let's clean them off and then we can do the second row. So what do you guys think of these Ciate palettes? Have you got any in your collection? If you have you got any recommendations? Because I would like to try more, especially if the eyeshadows are like this. Like, most of them are a little bit creamy. Did I swatch that one? Can't remember swatching that one. That green. I don't think I did. Right, so that is gorgeous as well. It's one of my favourites in the palette. But yeah, a lot of the eyeshadows in this palette, the shimmers, like this one, are cream to powder. That one's cream to powder as well. That one isn't. That one isn't. That one isn't. And then that one is. Right, so we're going to go on to the second row. This shade isn't going to show up, but I'll show you what it looks like on the finger. It's just a normal cream ivory shade. Shows up a little bit. Then we've got this gorgeous blue, what I'm wearing today. It's absolutely stunning. You do not need much of that. I barely tapped into it. Guys, look at it. Yeah, it really reminds me of the Dose of Colour singles. I'll show you. Because I'm doing a video on my top 10 single eyeshadows, and this is going to be in one of them because I absolutely love it. So this is like a duochrome by Dose of Colours. Now these are the block party ones. I definitely want more of these, and this is the shade Teal Me More. I'm not going to swatch it against this because this is more of a green. Yeah, it is blue, but I would say this one is blue virgin on purple, so I would say that's a duochrome as well. Just let me take the Dose of Colour one off. So it's raining again out there. Right. But yeah, these are absolutely beautiful, but they are expensive. Wait for the sales, guys, if you want any. Then I've got this silver, which is absolutely stunning as an in the corner highlight. I've not tried it all over the lid yet. Oh, look at it. It's like liquid silver. That would look nice all over the eyelid, I think. Then there's this matte brown here. The only thing about this palette is there are a lot of matte browns, and I don't think you need them. And are they the same tone? I would say no, not by any means. I'm going to swatch them all together so you can see it at the end, but I don't think you need so many matte browns in a palette. At least the blues are completely different from one another. So yeah, we've got this one as well. I don't think I've used this one, and this one is like that cream to powder formula. It just looks like that. That one is very sheer though as well, so let's build that up. Right, and then we've just got one more on that row, which is the matte blue that I've got in the outer corner today. Sorry, the outer V. So there are all the shades, guys. So let's take these off. I'm making a mess of my hands. Look at it. What a mess. Right, row number 3. This palette could do with a bit of a clean as well. Row number 3 is this one. So let's, oh. Need to buy some more wipes. Right, so we're starting off with the mattes. Just drying the hand. So this matte brown one here. Then I'm going in with this shade here. So they are really different. I wouldn't say they're the same, but how many browns can you have in a palette? Seriously. Then we've got this beautiful blue here. I absolutely adore that one as well. So it's the same shade as the one I've got on my eyelids, but this one is more of a satin shimmer, I would say. Looks like that. I'm going to do another swatch. Beautiful. Then we've got this one. This is really good for the inner corner highlight as well. These shades just don't show up as well. Then we've got this kind of white base. This would look good over my NYX white base, but I wanted to test them without that. That's not going to show up, it's just here. And then last but not least is a shadow I've not even dipped into yet, is this one. It looks brown with some specks of glitter running through it. I'm going to put it just here. Yeah, it's another brown one with some specks of glitter that really aren't showing up on the hand. So that's what they look like. So let's take them off. Right, so now we're just going to talk about the browns. So you do get a big chunk of brown. So you get 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's not an awful lot, but it just seems a lot when you look at the palette like head on like that. I'll show you how similar they are, or what the similarities are. They're really good mattes, guys. Can't complain about them. But I don't think you need as much. I don't think you need them as much. I think 1 or 2 browns would have been more than enough, and the transition. So I'm not going to talk about this one because this one is a beautiful transition. But that would be too light for deeper skin tones. So I do get why they put in like this shade, for instance, because that would be perfect for deeper skin tones. And then that one. Well, let's just wash my hand. Okay, so that's what we're looking like. So the first one is that one there. The second one is that one there. And then the third one is that one there, and then the fourth one is that one there. So you get 4 browns in the palette, and you can see that they're completely different. They're not the same, but I don't feel like you need 4 browns plus a transition brown shade. I feel like maybe, I don't know, this and then maybe a deeper brown would have been sufficient. But that's just my personal opinion, and maybe they could have put a couple other eyeshadows in there. Not necessarily blues. It does seem to me that they've focused on it being a blue palette because it does have quite a few blues in it. So obviously we've got the turquoises, got both of them. I don't think you needed them in either, if I'm being completely honest. Yeah, I don't feel like you needed both, and they're just so similar. And then this blue and this blue are similar but the textures aren't, so I'm happy that they're in there. So yeah, they're definitely focusing on it being a blue palette, but then they've focused on it being a heavy brown palette as well. I do really like it. I do recommend it if you can get it at $9.99. It's beautiful. You can create some beautiful blue smoky eye looks, and I'm really happy to have it in the collections. I don't have that much blue eyeshadow. I have got more blue eyeshadow palettes than I had probably at the start of the year, because I've just been trying to experiment with makeup. This concludes the 5 days 5 looks with Ciate's Editor palette in Aspen. So that's what it looks like on the back, if I'm not glaring you with it. Really good palette. It says it's cruelty free and vegan, and it's got the little rabbit there as well, so that's good. It's always good to be supporting cruelty and vegan brands. So yeah, I'm really happy to have it. Like I said, would I pay $24.99 for it? I think I would now. If I would have just seen it in a store, I probably would have walked away from it, but because I've got to play with it over these last 5 days, I think it's definitely worth that price point even. But if you can get it at your local TK Maxx, then you're going to pay the $9.99 over the $24.99. It's a no-brainer, isn't it? So guys, this concludes the video. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate your time and support. Please like, subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and join the family. I would really love it. Please share and please comment, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.